All right, so there's been a new patch now. I did a patch review where I did share all my opinions and thoughts about everything, but there's been apparently some more specific changes in this one that we should have a quick look at. First of all, welcome to an exciting update for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. This patch addresses many pathfinding issues, also implementing a new runaway/escape feature and improving the overall player experience. This one, I'm very curious about what exactly that means. We are aware, though, that the improvement will be an ongoing process and we'll want to view this as the first of two major pathfinding patches. So there's another pathfinding patch coming. Be sure to dig down into the post below to get all the smaller details before hopping in-game and checking them out firsthand. So bug fixes based on feedback, pathfinding improvements, balance changes, new maps and updates, and quality of life features. I think most of the things are still the same. New running animation for Jaguars, for example. Idle walk animations, 5-ish on Tarkans and the torches. Horrible animals no longer lose their player color upon death. Added chance for hunting horses to use different graphics. So just graphics in general. Audio, I know there's the thump from the Tarkan. So, add a negative regeneration rate display on UI for indication of lasting damage. We already knew this one was coming, but it's still good to see that it went through. Let me see. Resource gauge bar is no longer yes. Update change to melee weapon icon and tooltip to be more generic and applicable for both Rathas and Immortals. So there should be a hotkey that says just change to melee weapon. So you can have one ranged weapon and one melee weapon. I have to make sure I have that because that's very convenient when you play Ratha, for example. Immortals are in the Chronicles, I believe. Oh, the scout unit must be idle before auto scout can be activated. I didn't know that. So you have a stop button and the auto scout will be there. Interesting. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, random map icon, okay. Up there appears a tech tree preview. Swap positions of icons and civilization description. Okay. I'll have a look at that. We can have a look at that quickly right now. Am I just stupid or was there... What did it say? Update the appearance of tech tree... preview panel. Never mind. I don't use that. Okay. Add a new option which enables a visual and sound alert when queuing and training units with less than 5 remaining housing headroom. I need to hear this one. I'm not familiar with how it sounds yet or how the visual alert actually plays. But this is one that will help me a lot, I think. Hopefully. Okay. Visible to prevent villages from being ungarrisoned with the corresponding hotkey. This is the ungarrison bug, I think, that sometimes happen. Okay. Xbox skip, PlayStation skip. Improve assisted farm placement behavior to allow placing farms without delay in multiplayer games. I saw this on Doubt stream yesterday. It looks very good now. Seems like the farm placement is not depending on the server. Like you don't have lag if you're playing on a worse server, for example. So farm placement should now be POG, no matter how you play. Assisted farm placement properly function when hovering over all food drop-off buildings, including pastures and farms themselves. This one I'm also very excited for. I think as Khmer, this is a... Thank God, because it's been like, to spam farms with Khmer, you don't have the luxury because you don't really make mills. So this is a very nice one. Also, it's going to help, like if you want to farm on the right side of the town center, for example, instead of hovering over the town center and spamming, you can now hover on the farm towards the right and they will place them rather there. So I think that's a good feature in general. This one though, added runaway escape move command with control right click for units to prioritize moving to the commanded location over assembling into formation. We're going to have to see how exactly that one feels like. Building foundation graphics are now semi-transparent until the construction commences. Okay. Oh, that could be nice. It's going to help you spot more if you have like an unfinished or like when you're quick walling and such. Quick wall on Rage Forest, for example, there's a tile gap that you forgot to start hammering. Now it should be more convenient to spot those. It's hover, not hoover. Someone is not up to date with the memes. Buildings under construction are now able to get to place gather point. That's nice. Huntable animals now evacuate quicker. So there's one thing with huntable animals that crossed my mind. If I kill a hunted animal and it's on the like let's say there's a guy is coming to drop a castle in my face, yet I have a deer on a perfect castle spot. I could kill the deer so it dies on that spot and my opponent could not build that castle there. Now this is going to happen one in 10,000 games to have that possibility. But the deer would have to be eaten completely before you could place a building there. So there is a potential negative with that in that regard. So you could kill things preemptively to prevent an opponent from building there. Or if you accidentally kill it yourself, you can self-harm in some ways. But yeah, I wonder how much quicker they move. I'm going to try that as well. Now they're supposed to move very quickly off the foundation as you're about to start it. Okay, moving king is no longer getting stop after getting attacked. That's good. Units tasked to garrison into a building will no longer be immune to ballistics. Okay, that makes sense. Fixed an issue where units would ignore shift-click commands if too many were placed at once. Okay. Stuck villagers or trade cards should always show up as idle now. That's very nice, as you would expect. Fixed an issue where fire lancers on stand ground would stop. Yeah, I heard about that. Villagers unstuck themselves and working close together. That sounds good. I'll believe it when I see it. Fixed an issue where villagers were tasked to attack an enemy farm under receiving first command instead of capturing and starting to gather from it. Makes sense. Prevented each pasture from having more than 2 vills. We know that. Rocket fired from destroyed rocket cards dealing with reduced damage. Is there still the bug though with the... Okay, so the war chariot seems to have been fixed. I know they had like a bug. But now it seems like that's... If this was the issue, that seems what should have fixed them, question mark. Siege units should now have a more consistent fleeing behavior. That sounds good. Okay, pathfinding. Pathing has long been one of the most complex and sensitive systems in Age of Empires 2. You don't say! Over the decades, several teams have attempted to preserve the existing behavior, which unfortunately sometimes led to command responsiveness feeling worse. We know this has been a source of frustration for many players, and it has been for us as well. Have you realized that there are rabbits now? I have not, but it makes sense. Regressions in pathfinding come from many areas beyond the pathfinding code itself, often involving technical interactions that are difficult to explain in patch notes. With this patch, the team has taken a significant step forward. We've developed improved regression testing and carried out the extensive manual testing and iteration in preparation for this release, which was made far more effective thanks to the dozens of community reports. This collaboration and tooling give us the confidence that the current changes will reduce many of the issues players have reported, including better handling of group movement, more reliable navigation around obstacles, and fewer instances of units actively sabotaging your empire. Thanks, Nilly. Of course, we know that when it comes to pathfinding, words only go so far. Okay? So just believe it when you see it. Okay. I guess I gotta take the word for it this time. I'll believe it when I see it. And with that said, this is not... I wonder if they wrote this because of how often I said it. I don't know who wrote this or if how involved they are, but it could be. I already played and my units got stuck. Oh, you think that's what they did? Why they did it? That's funny. And with that said, this is not the end of the road. While we at Forgotten Empires believe this patch marks a meaningful improvement, it does not mean pathfinding is now perfect. Bugs may still exist and future changes could introduce new regressions that even our enhanced testing may miss. However, we remain determined about the direction we're headed. By the way, I've heard about a few bugs already. One is that Paul's villagers, if they are coming from a food source and build a mining camp on stone, they will not collect gold on top of the stone as they're supposed to as a civ bonus. So that's apparently a bug. I heard another one as well, but I don't remember what it was at the top of my head right now. Chicken are now pushable. Bug. I saw Red Phosphor had a video or a clip on that. It was on Reddit. Not sure how effective it is though. If you push all the chicken to your base at the same time, it means you kill all the chicken at the same time. It means quite a lot of food will rot, right? Oh yeah, Rage General Chat. That's where I was reading it in Rage Forest Discord. That's probably where I read it. Shift queuing onages is not working. You mean like shooting forest? Force drop was bugged when you're shifting across resources. Yikes. Market sometimes doesn't work as well. Yikes. All right, so yeah, fixed an issue. Oh, you can see a preview. How does this work? I think since I have ad blocker, it's making it extremely laggy. So I think I'm gonna skip those. Oh no, it's actually fine. Fixed an issue in which spam clicking siege units made them get stuck in one tile gaps. Oh, this bug was so annoying. So this is spam clicking. That's nice. That looks very good. Streamer has ad blocker, of course. Units regrouping before going forward. Oh my god! Look! They just run forward! This is my life on the left side. Oh my god, that's so much better! My units will actually go where I tell them to go. That looks insane. Alright, fixed an edge case where units information could occasionally move over obstructed. I mean, okay. What? Well, I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed an issue in which military units freeze before engaging with other military units. Oh. Okay, that seems good. I appreciate that. Fixed an issue in which military units freeze before engaging other military units. Villages can no longer be stacked in the same activity. Oh yeah, it was a stacking thing. Okay, that's good. So they cannot just path on top of each other anymore. Fixed an issue where villagers struggle to reach shorefish. What? That's weird. That's good though. Fixed an issue where villagers going idle after building a drop-off building when in a one tile. But does that work the same way? I guess Aegis shouldn't matter, but yeah, he just went idle for some reason. Because he's walled into one tile where he cannot move, or she, it gets idle. That's weird. Fixed an issue where villagers will be easily get pushed into the opposite direction. So the deer is pushing the vill. Here the villager just badoozled forward. That's good. Villagers being hit are no longer moving in random directions. Okay, that's good. If this works the way it's intended, that looks very good. Because, yeah, the amount of vills you lose because they just bounce on each other and go suddenly left or right or backwards is annoying. Villagers no longer can escape after being trapped by enemy units. That one has also saved a lot of lives, for myself as well. This has also been one of the ways I've been able to trap and quick wall a lot. So I gotta remember now that this doesn't work, if that's how it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, this is how I would do it. I will get out and then quick wall and bam, enemy units are trapped. Now it seems like they're permanently stuck. Which is good. That's how it should be. Face nation which means regroup forward after repeatedly clicking back. Man, look at that. Oh, I get triggered just watching that. Look at the left side. Why do they go that way first? The right side doesn't look that good either, to be honest. They still kind of move a bit weird after the click. Maybe not. I don't know. It was just first impression. What's this? Siege units now path smoother when crossing pasture fields. I can't say I've ever had this situation much, but yeah, that makes sense. Trebuchets no longer ignore right-click attack commands. Did they ever? Okay. I mean, seems good. Units no longer regroup before. I mean, honestly, kudos to them for making so many clips to showcase this. Kudos to them for going through that. Units should no longer regroup before attacking with right-click on a target. Yeah, see, he's regrouping there. Very nice. Very nice. That looks very good. Fire Lancer no longer stop patrolling closed enemy buildings if set on staying ground. I didn't know this was a thing, but okay. Is it because they have the range attack and they feel like they should shoot and they just bug out because of that? There has to be something about that, right? Okay, now they just keep patrolling. Does that mean we can start thanking Nilly unironically? Don't speak too soon. Be careful. Don't speak too soon. So, fix an issue with villagers getting stuck while trying to drop off and never show up as idle. Oh yeah, this guy. But I need to see the idle thing. Like, isn't it about like showing up as idle? This clip doesn't change anything about. I mean, the only thing it shows is that he doesn't get unstuck versus the other guy, but it doesn't show anything about the. This part is not included. They could have just put a period after this. Fix an issue in which a villager has walking animation but didn't move when they just stalk and like do the Michael Jackson. Yeah, this has happened quite a lot lately. So that's good to see that that's fixed, hopefully. Fix an issue in which a villager initially trying to path through trees instead of going around the forest. I wish they would have the same zoom though, to show exactly where it's being clicked. Doesn't make sense to me that this is zoomed in and this is not. But this seems to be like just a single click, so he doesn't have to continue clicking. But this woman tried to go through the forest first. You think they're clicking to? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're clicking correctly, but I still would like to see it. There's an issue in which a villager at the dock wanted to drop off food from the shorefish and constantly stopped halfway, couldn't path to the dock. Okay, yeah, that seems very annoying. Wonder if it has to do with the house being there. Formations are now being kept when right-clicking one of the units in the front. Wait, what? Huh? I never knew this is that they behave like this. That's so weird to me. I never knew that was even a thing. Fixed an issue in which a villager out to lure a boar was blocked by 2 sheep and did a detour, even stopping when being blocked again. What? Isn't this just the same part kind of as the one with the herdables not blocking? who has this issue, this very specific issue, where you were luring a boar together with your 2 sheep to find this issue? It's a... yeah. Doubt? Well, I don't know. Face an issue in which a fisherman can get blocked and relocate when dropping off food. So he just goes to another fish because he thinks it's blocked. Okay. Fix an issue with the villager not getting 2 TC when blocked by a resource. Oh, this bug was so annoying. Yeah, I've had this a few times. Okay, seems good. Fix an issue in which unit formation broke instead of going to attack information. Apologies. Okay, so they're just getting blocked and they run all over the place, while here they get into the group and they don't start spreading until they engage, I guess. I see. That is better, for sure. Fix an issue in which attacking while holding control military units refuse to move away. Wait, what? Fix an issue in which attacking while holding control military units refused to move away. Okay. Improved military unit behavior for queued orders against units or buildings. Seems good. Okay, that was the last of the clips. Units are now following stand ground shift clicks better. Villagers no longer get stuck after shift queuing. Movement after drop off. Fixing issue when villagers are choosing a TC instead of nearest deposit. I've had this as well, but this is not only TC. I've had them go to like a mill, even though the TC is closer as well. So hopefully that's not like a spread out thing. A group of units should be chasing targets better and bumping into each other less. This is mostly about like melee units chasing range units, I would say. They quoted your, I'll believe when I see it. Yeah, I saw that. I don't want to take credit for that, but it could be. Units at the front of a selected group will now move directly to a targeted location instead of regrouping. We'll see about that. Several units where groups of units colliding with each other would lead to units stopping. Villagers would struggle to follow garrison commands. Okay. So pathfinding problems they're actively looking into is unit behavior at the edge of the map and movement of bigger groups in tight choke points. Okay. Campaign balance changes. I'm just going to quickly roll through it and see if there's anything significant that I don't notice. If you guys hear noises from outside, I don't know what's happening. It's very loud to me. Skirmisher training time increased. Everything here seems to be the same as it was from before. I don't remember any of this being new or different. The only thing that I believe has changed or been removed is the Portuguese are not getting nerfed. The organ guns are supposed to remain. Yeah, reverted pup changes to the organ gun. So they don't have -1 range anymore, which I think is a must, because if organ gun had -1 range, they would have been a dead unit. So I'm glad they did that. If they want to touch the organ gun, they need to do it other ways than the range. The range is so crucial. Otherwise, I think everything is roughly the same. So yeah. Damn, 15 more food per war chariot. They have been fixed they also have been fixed though, where they should shoot their full volley now. Conquistador change is quite massive. 70 food, 60 gold. It doesn't sound much, but it's way harder to collect food and gold in general on the maps where Spanish conquistadors shine. Did you see TC in the military don't spoil hunt? Of course. That is nothing new. All right, so well, this is a cool change. This means that villagers now one-hit chicken. You don't need two villagers to kill a chicken anymore. But that also means militia won't kill. But they did that before. Did they? No, I think they actually needed 2 hits as well. No, they need 1. I don't know anymore. But either way, villagers kill them now in one hit. Crocodile receives +5 charge attack with 30 seconds recharge, but they're slower. Snow Leopard and Jaguar running speed is changed, so they'll be faster now. Raged Forest is gonna get scary, guys. Unless they like just hard code the map to have only 1 unit, which honestly wouldn't surprise me. But I kind of want there to be like risk. Rage Forest is the map where I'm fine with there being some random YOLO stuff. I wouldn't want necessarily this variety for Arabia, but yeah. So HP 50 for attack and regen rate of 10. Dire Wolves are gonna be scary, man. They seem super strong. Rabid Wolves are weak now, except they have the lasting damage. Lower HP, lower base attack. And they have a black glow particle for visual distinction. Komodo Dragon also deals lasting damage and are slower. Brown Bear has more HP. Polar Bear more HP and 1 more attack. Nice. I'm surprised they're doing so many changes to Chronicles. Is there anyone actively playing this, or is this purely for single player, like the campaigns? Are there anyone that are actually actively playing the like, hey, let's jump on and play a 4v4 with the Chronicle civs? New chapter is rumored and coming. So a new chapter would be around the old civs. Then that makes more sense. I thought it would be like a completely new set with new civs and such. That makes sense then, yeah. So there's 8 new maps. These maps we will also see in the map pool. Aqua Arena is like it's the Arabia player's worst nightmare. Arena and a water map combined. But yeah, that's cool. Sardis. Break out of your walled base and seize the burning city of Sardis. Capture the central trade workshops to generate extra resources. This seems like a clown map. It's going to be weird. I'm not sure how good the walls are going to be. Chronicles is coming to ranked, surely? No way. Only way it would come to ranked is if it has a separate ladder. No way you're going to mix Chronicles with other civs. Graupel is a familiar map from certain tournaments, so nothing new with that one. It's a Nomad map. Stranded as well, Nomad map. We have had it in a couple of tournaments now. Looks like you start on the side islands there. That's the only difference. While Stranded on the tournaments, you start with your villagers on the mainland. Mired we also know from tournaments. Border Dispute we know from tournaments. Chaos Pit also from tournaments. And Mirkwood, which is almost a Lord of the Rings name. Establish your town center deep within the shadowy swamps. Resources are plentiful in the surrounding waters. Team. This one I haven't played before or seen before. But yeah, a lot of these other maps are used in multiple tournaments. So the fact that they are here officially in the game now means that they will also show up in the ladder. So I'm excited for that. Rabbits in the center of Chaos Pit. Border Dispute has chickens on the outside. Boars in the middle. Yeah, makes sense. Never heard of Mired, really? It's like a big shallow center with a lot of boars. Yeah, added 13 reimagined Ensemble Studios map. Wait. Oh, so they have reimagined some of the OG maps. Capricos, Canals, Dingoes. Can all of these show up? Graveyards has been a used one though. Metropolis as well. 3TC start. Wonder if they will show up in ranked now. Moats, Paradise Island, Pilgrims. This was used in some free-for-all stuff as well. Can you show Water Arena? I will. Prairie, we know. Seasons. Is this 4 seasons from that we used in Cartographers? No, it's not. It's just seasons. It's a bit different. It's not 4 seasons exactly. Sherwood Forest, Shipwreck, Team Glaciers. Added 1 new special map, Forest Breach. Okay. Then some random map changes. Fixed the additional group of huntable animals not generating. More resources are now distributed on the map when playing with fewer players than selected map size recommends. So there's going to be more... Oh no, never mind. With fewer players. Okay. So as a 2-player map, we'll still have the same resources. Never mind. Black Forest, there's a lot of changes to Black Forest. Ensure that all pawns have exactly 2 shortfish. Looks like they're taking a little bit of advice from Rage Forest. Try to make it a bit more fair. Nomad, Bogland, some just map changes. I'm not going to go into details on all of these, but I'm sure there are good changes. Same with the Ensemble Studio maps. This is a big patch. They've done a lot of small things in this one. Scripting. Oh yeah, here's the new animals. New type of huntable animal which holds gold and can be gathered without need to drop resources. I'm not sure how often these will spawn or where they will spawn. Like, are you going to have them randomly on like Arctic foxes on like Scandinavia map, for example? Are you going to have these just spawn on the maps we are familiar with? Or are they just a new addition that others can add in the future? Arena, I don't know. Arctic wolves. AI scripting, okay, modding, scenario editor, scripting. All right, I'm going to try a few things quickly before. But yeah, in my opinion, a lot of these changes are very, very good on paper. Sounds like it. And the clips on YouTube as well looked very good. Let me just put fast speed and put resources to high. Allow cheats, good. And then we test some things. 1,000 maggers now. I don't think it changes too much. Let's do Marco Polo. Did I not start with resources since I put ultra high? What if I put high? Default high, random, fast, normal. Now I should have resources, right? Viper cheater confirmed. Oh, the intro screen looks different. All right. Okay, let's hunt that one. And let's go and build something on the deer. Also, there has to be a... Okay, what's the best way? If I shoot sick... Oh. How did it die so fast? Is it because of Aegis? That one died so fast. I didn't know Aegis also made you kill things faster. Okay, what's a big building? By the way, look. The foundations are very transparent now. Interesting. So, as expected, it does not get spoiled after the TC kills it. We knew that. Okay, let's do a blacksmith, stable, go up. Okay. I want to see how fast these things move off. If you did that in the past, they would slow walk. So I think this looked very good. They will run off when you build something there. Yeah, TC can kill boars now. Any animals can build. I guess that's the same with not only deer, but with also any like sheep or chicken and whatnot. Let's see if I can get on a chicken start. Is this just the same map? Yeah, it is. Okay, we can do... There's a map that is a chicken Arabia in LY. Then I don't have that map. Tell me... Okay, Arena has chickens often, right? Does the chicken funnel still work? Apparently you can lure chicken all together now. Okay, so let's see. How fast do these run off when I want to build a barrack on top of them? That's solid, honestly. That's solid. They obviously don't exceed their actual running speed, but they move off relatively quickly. So that's solid. I like it. So apparently you can push chicken all the way to the TC now. It takes some time, of course. My only thought about this is like, I wonder if it's worth it. Because you're going to have a lot of idle time, potentially, if you use the villager. I know with the Red Foster showcase this, he was pushing all the chicken at the same time. But yeah, just to see, you can actually push them now. Again, I'm not sure if this is bug or intended behavior. But you can. But yeah, my only thought is that if you push all of them at the same time, it means you have to kill all of them under your town center. So I'm thinking, won't just too much food rot? To the point where I'm not sure if it's worth it. You know. Okay. Auto farm. Apparently you can now do auto farm on a farm. Oh my god. Kumura is saved. Okay, farms are not transparent, by the way. Like, you see how transparent these guys are now when you haven't started building them? I like that change though, very good change. Alright, let's see if we have a flare once we're about to get population capped. Do I have to activate it? Game. Remaining population alert. Okay. Does Aegis disable it or what? Oh! It's blinking! I want to know if it's gonna make a sound as well. I have to listen very carefully here. Listen, listen. Maybe it's on the next villager? Wait, I have too many houses. Oh shit. Wait, I'm Incas! That's why the population is so weird. Okay. I was in 2 houses, I dropped 10 population. Oops. Alright, okay. Now we should get a sound, right? That sound was so small. I'll never hear that. I need a mod, guys, to make that more. Can someone make a mod that I can hear that better? You can hear it? Yeah, but listen, I'm doing this. Did you hear it? You're not gonna notice it when you're doing things. What sound do you want? Maybe like sax guy or something. Something proper. Okay, we see we have red foxes on the map. And the cool thing with these, allegedly, are... I wonder if they run away from you. Let's find out. This is becoming a longer testing than I was planning on. But it's interesting. So, now we have foxes on the map on Arena, and they're just holding 35 gold. Let's see if they are scared of humans. They are scared of humans. Could you push them to the town center? So you could technically push them, but I mean, why? Okay. Oh, you have to kill them in melee mode. But see, I'm collecting gold. You don't... Even if I was holding wood, I don't lose the wood. See, I'm holding 2 wood now. I will not lose the wood. I will lose the wood. I thought it was that you didn't lose the resource you're carrying. But apparently it's... You do lose the resource. Wait, the gold spoils? First of all, how the hell does a fox contain gold? Secondly, how does the gold spoil? Skin? Sell the skin? Listen, there's a whole process here if you want to actually sell the skin. You have to collect, you have to take a knife, cut off the skin, take the fur with you on a horseback, go to the marketplace and sell it. It doesn't just vanish into thin air. Okay. Whatever. It's a cool feature nonetheless and definitely will be used and helpful on a lot of maps. Okay, what else did I want to test? Was there something else I wanted to test? Oh yeah, the control click. Control click. We can do that here as well. Tell that to Khmer. True. True. Do you guys see the starting screen? I'm gonna restart so we can see it again. Look at the starting screen. It looks different. I like it. You get information from the map there. Alright, so this is regular move. I'm holding control now. This is weird. I need more units? No, but I'm noticing when I'm turning left, it doesn't have an animation when I'm holding control. See, it turns instantly. When I'm turning right, it has an animation still. Only the left click... Wait, now it worked on right click as well. This is weird. It's also not consistent. It only happens sometimes. Alright, no control, hold control. Hold control. I'm holding control. What the hell is the difference? I released control. I don't hold it anymore. I'm holding control. No formation. What does it have to do with formations? It shouldn't have to do with formations, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Alright. Let's do the scout away. Regular click, regular click, regular click. I'm holding control. What the hell is the difference? Prioritizing escape over click information. There's still people shifting in the formation, so they're still moving around. Okay, now it looks better, but they still have the random guy suddenly switching position and the formation. Regular click, regular click, regular click. Okay, when I hold regular click, he's always shifting to his original spot, this guy. Now I'm holding control. The only thing is sometimes it feels like sometimes they turn on instant without the animation. You see, he always has an animation when I'm right-clicking here and there. But now I hold control, so there's an instant turn. But it's not consistent. Sometimes it still has an animation. I am so confused. Means useless? No, it's just inconsistent. It's not working all the time. There we had no animation. It could also be placebo at this point. I don't even know. I'm not going to sit and worry my head anymore, but it feels inconsistent. Split them into two groups. They won't regroup. Wasn't it spam clicking? No, that's a different thing. We'll see. I'll try it in actual games and feel on it. But yeah, I personally think, in summary, this patch has a lot of positives. And if everything works as intended, that's a big if, then this will be a great patch. I'm looking forward to it.